Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Here's a paper and pencil for making notes, and here's your topic. I'd like you to talk about somewhere you go to shop for food.
Well, I'm going to talk about where I shop for food. Like most people, I have to go shopping for food quite frequently. I live with a couple of other women and we're students, so we can't afford to eat in restaurants very often. We're all healthy eaters, but I really like going to the local market because I like organic food, and everything you get there is fantastic. It's so fresh. So let me tell you where it is. It's in this street near my home. It's a pedestrian street. You know, there are no cars. It's right in the middle of a busy district. It's opposite the station, so it's very convenient. Yeah, and what's it like? Well, it's usually pretty crowded. It's quite a popular place. There's a large number of stalls that sell food, and some shops too. I've been going there for quite a while, so I know where the healthiest food is. I usually buy things like fruit and vegetables, also meat and cheese and fish. I've got a favourite stall. It's run by a little old lady, and any of the fruit she sells is great. She weighs everything very quickly, and you can't bargain with her, but the price is always reasonable. As I've mentioned, I like it because the food tastes good, but also it's a very sociable place. People do stop and talk to each other. In fact, it's very noisy. Yeah, all in all, I like it because it's a great place to go. It's a colourful experience.
Come in.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Amanda. You've come to discuss your midterm assignment, haven't you?
Yes, that's right.
So, what have you decided to do?
Well, I thought I could base my study on pronunciation and get students to do some self-assessment of their own pronunciation skills.
That's interesting. You mean get them to record themselves?
That's right. Then listen back and see where their weaknesses lie.
Good idea. You could also do some peer evaluation.
Oh, yes. See whether their assessment of themselves matches what their classmates think.
Uh-huh. So, how are you planning to do the assignment?
Well, I'm going to select a short extract from somewhere and ask them to read it aloud. Maybe something from one of the textbooks we're reading.
Why don't you look up one of my lectures on the website and find a suitable extract there? That way, you'll be using authentic spoken language rather than written text, and it will be a model for students to listen to.
Oh, yes, that's a much better idea. I'll still have to write it out, though, won't I?
Yes. I don't think you can expect them to remember it. Even a sentence is hard to recall.
No, and it isn't a memory test. So, when I choose the extract, what features do I need to think about?
First I'd say pick something, well, something that's about a paragraph long, but that makes sense out of the context of the lecture.
Right. A clear, well-structured passage.
Yes, because to read something well, you've got to be able to understand it, haven't you?
Yes. That might mean taking a while to make the selection. I guess it shouldn't consist entirely of short words.
No, that's an obvious one. You need to think about what features of pronunciation you're going to focus on. Then make sure that your extract has examples of these.
So, some multi-syllable words. Things like probably and approximately.
Yes, some challenges. And then there's sentence length.
I should include some complex sentences so that the students have to show they know where to pause.
Exactly. I wouldn't worry about how many sentences there are, but what you do need are some obvious main points.
So that they can stress things.
Yes, particular words or phrases should stand out as significant. You know, we've already covered this in our classes over the weeks. Now, let me see. Is there a lecture that I could recommend for you?
What about the one you did at the start of term on the history of English?
Yes, you could go for that. It had a lot of information which was clearly sequenced and presented, so you might find a nice chunk you can use. The topic's a bit dull, though.
Uh-huh. I guess it's good to use something enjoyable.
Yes, you might as well. You have a choice, so, the lecture on gestures and signs certainly went down well.
I really liked that one, but I'm not sure that the content is related to what I'm doing.
Does that matter? OK, there's the one on intonation patterns. I didn't take long to put that together, though. It might be a bit...
The topic's certainly more closely linked to the whole area of pronunciation.
OK, so could be good. Just watch out in case there are too many examples or models.
The assignment after that lecture was fun.
What about language and rhythm? That was one of my mini lectures.
Oh, right. So I wouldn't have to spend too much time going through the content to find something.
No. Whereas the one on intonation patterns was a lot longer. Well, you've got a few to choose from there.
So whatever I choose, I'll need to type it out and give them a copy each, and then get them to record themselves reading the paragraph aloud.
Yes. Give them about 10 minutes to prepare. You can record in next Tuesday's class if you like.
Oh, thanks. Do we have the equipment?
That's also important. Yes. They could use mobile phones, couldn't they? Though the sound quality may not be good on all of them.
Technology can be unreliable at times. But OK.
Well, we can also bring in some of the department's digital recorders. You just need to book those in advance.
OK, thanks.
Well, good luck, and let me know if you need any more help. It'll certainly be interesting to look at your findings afterwards.
Thanks, Dr. White.